Sammy.
This is Lindsay.
Welcome to everyone's favorite BL podcast, BL Buddies.
It's been some 2 weeks, guys.
It's been, well, obviously we're not in our normal area. This is a lot fancier and nicer and just
It is
cooler.
our last day in South Korea.
Yep, we are here in Korea.
Yep.
In Paradise City. This place is insane. This hotel room is insane. Like, I used all of my miles for this. And it's crazy.
It is. It's been a very busy week, so being able to come here, drop our stuff off, and go to the spa.
Oh my god,
was
amazing.
A great way to relax after the stairs here.
Oh my god, the stairs.
Us Americans are used to stairs.
The stairs, the inclines, because it's a very mountainous country, like, was not. I had, people had warned me, and I had expectations, and Jesus. So, yes, we're in Paradise City, and we decided that we would talk about something we did here, but it also goes hand in hand with our topic.
Yes.
Which is our final thoughts
of Jun and Jun.
Of Jun and Jun. And are you picking a chocolate?
Yes.
So we got free chocolates while we were here too. Like I'm telling you, we got the royal service here. It's insane. Like we've eaten a lot of them, as you can tell.
Really intense.
They're really good.
I'm sorry, I can't hold myself back.
So the reason we decided we were going to talk about Jun and Jun, our final thoughts, but also why we were like, let's talk about it in Korea, is because we actually went to the fan meeting in Korea, and what a ride. What a ride. We will talk about that closer to like near the end of this, but our final thoughts of the actual show, Jun and Jun.
Hopefully there's a season 2.
Hopefully there is a season 2. They did kind of hint at it at the fan meeting, so I would really like it. However, you know our opinions on season 2s. I want it
because it wasn't, as you all know, Sammy is a second couple whore.
I really am.
Second couple hoe. I'll say hoe.
No, I could be a whore. That's okay.
And we didn't really get much of the second couple.
No.
So I'm really hoping that season 2 focuses maybe on them and Jun, or maybe turn into the side couple.
Yeah, agreed. All in all, I liked the show.
I liked the show.
I really did. I did enjoy the show. I kind of wish, I think we talked about it with Liliana about Love Class, is they're trying to add those multiple couples.
Yes.
But they're not giving the multiple couples enough time to
develop
the couples.
Yeah.
And I felt the same with this. While I loved Jun and Jun's relationship, the manager and Simon, it was kind of like, okay, now we're together. And I think even you said it was kind of like, oh, well, since
there's so much backstory to this.
Yeah. And like, we're like, they're like, well, we can't have Jun, we'll have each other kind of thing.
Yeah, that was and I really honestly think Simon went after Jun because the manager liked Jun.
Yeah, I completely think the same thing.
Well, I'm going to date your guy. So you
can't have him
because I want you.
Yeah.
So like I feel like there's so much more backstory to Simon and the manager, and we got glimpses of it, but I really wish it was fleshed out.
Yeah.
Let me also add that what is with this year and Korean drama like BLs throwing in the men are engaged to women trope.
Yeah, especially in the Korean drama, because what was the other one that did it?
What? Oh my goodness!
She just dropped her. She's had a lot of issues with these cookies.
They exploded in my backpack.
Yeah.
And that was not
What was
fun.
the other one that had that?
I can't remember now.
Oh my god! But it was another Korean.
We did It was what we did
A what?
Isn't the last one we just did What did we watch that we did?
I don't know. I can't remember. There was 2, and it was 2 Korean drama. Was it 2 Korean ones?
Because I even said, "What the hell, Sammy? These are weeks apart." And they
both had the engagement plot.
Oh, it was no.
It wasn't Why Are You?
Well, no, it was. I mean, Wedding Plan the series had it, but I swear there
No,
was...
it wasn't Wedding Plan.
Because that was in your face. What did we watch?
What the heck did we watch? That was another...
We finished it. I thought...
Oh my god, we're both
We just
blanking.
talked about
I
it.
know.
Anyway,
There was that trope in both. You talk and I'll think about it.
I really enjoyed, like, the engagement between them was very confusing because it was clearly between their parents.
Mm-hmm.
And I really disliked her in the first episode. I was like, oh, they're going evil villain female, like this is gonna suck. And then she found out that he was the Jun.
The Jun, yeah.
And she all of a sudden was like, baby.
Yeah,
She
was
loved
him.
Loved him. She was
loved
coddling
that.
him. She was like, yes, get your man, get your man.
Mm-hmm.
And I really wish we saw more of Lee Jun's like why he didn't continue on his idol life.
Yeah. And we were just
really,
like, he left and he wanted to do.
Yeah, because Simon
he wanted
was
to
like,
work in the cosmetics.
Jun's leaving and now
Yeah.
you're leaving.
Yeah.
And then if they left at the same time, how did the manager become a manager in the Again,
there's a lot
BL plot hole.
Yeah. There's a lot of things that needed to be fleshed out in the series
It was confusing.
all. But like, and again, like, I just give them more time. I don't understand why they have this idea of this
8
time
episodes?
constraint of this time
Give
constraint.
us 12 or 14.
Give us
They
12 or
really flesh it
14
out.
and make us 40 minutes and we
Yeah.
would probably have a better fleshed out show. And that was like that was what bothered me because I really wanted to see Simon and the manager because like that one scene where Simon was like, oh, so you're leaving me now too? Kind of thing.
Yeah.
That shit hurt.
Yeah.
I felt that. And I was like, why is he so upset about that? Like, I wanted so much more of like their backstory and everything. And I wanted more of that. But I will say, they stepped up the spice game again.
Yes, they
This
did.
was another Korean BL that went above and beyond.
The spice.
Thank you for listening to me.
Make shit spicier.
Korean BLs. I appreciate you. Because I hate to say it, I might catch heat for this. I'm not really feeling the spice of Thai BLs right now. I feel like they're forcing it. And at some point, I feel like I'm almost invading privacy of a relationship where I'm like, listen, I want the intent. You want the
love in the air.
I want the love in the air. I want the thought of it.
Right.
Like you know, like I always say that
KP.
fade to black concept. Because after that, I might as well just go and watch porn, or I might as well just like, and whatever. And I just feel like there's a point where I have to draw my own line and say like this, and in a way I'm saying this isn't for me.
I think they're going.
It's like.
I think Korea was attempting to answer to Thai BLs, but I think they're trying too hard and too fast.
Yes.
And it's like there's nothing or it's an extreme of too much.
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong, like, semantic error, those kisses were like...
Yeah, but they were sweet, and they were like... They were sweet, they had their meaning, and they had... And
I also think a lot of, because of Kim Porsche, because it's internationally known.
Yeah.
And I think because of how big it's gotten, I feel like they have to follow that. Mm-hmm. But again, in KP did it really well, and it had a plot point.
Yeah, exactly.
All of their NC scenes, and they weren't like, it was like soft porn.
Okay.
Like,
I don't know. I've seen like scenes of OnlyFriends, and I literally have to swipe
cringe.
because I'm like I said, this isn't like I felt like this isn't for me. This isn't for me to watch. This isn't like something I should be watching in a way of like.
OnlyFriends makes me uncomfy.
Yeah, no, it does, and like. So I did like the spice factor of Jun and Jun. I think that they stepped that up. However, I felt like if there was more plot, it would have been better. Like, I did like it. I liked their kisses. I liked that kind of stuff.
They
but
had a lot of intense chemistry.
Yes,
like
they did.
That
I
sexual
think that
tension.
yes, I think those two.
It was very good.
Even when we were at the fan meeting,
There was some when they were doing like their fan service.
Oh my god, their fan service, 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10 for their fan service because I am not one to react the way I reacted at that shit.
Sammy, I wish we were allowed to have our phones,
I was
Sammy was
blushing. I was like, oh my god, what is happening? 'Cause
Yeah.
I had never been to a fan meeting.
No,
like, I
it was our
had
first
never
time.
been to anything like that. So yeah, the fan meeting. So here's the fan meeting. Let's talk like okay.
Oh, I love
Let's talk about
So
the fan
anyway,
meeting.
I recommend Jun and Jun.
I do too. I do like it.
I enjoyed
hope
it.
for the second season.
Yeah. All four men can get it.
Yeah. They all are
Can
very
get it.
attractive. Hyung Sup, bestie, still number one in my heart. I'm just letting
So
you know.
I hope you get a second season.
Yes,
so
because I
we'll
want
get
him to
someone.
be. I'm sorry, I want him to be the lead. I want Hyung Sup to be the lead, and I will stand by that. I will die on that hill. But let's talk about the fan meeting since final thoughts, Jun and Jun. Okay,
So-
let's start at the beginning.
So
let's
she
start
got
at the
tickets,
beginning.
And she and I, for some reason, thought the meet and greet was a part of our ticket. I was freaking out. 'Cause
Oh, well,
my Korean
we didn't
is
even know that.
basic.
We didn't even know that until they sent the schedule and it said something about like meet and greets and whatnot. And I texted her and I said, I think we actually have to talk to them. And she went, absolutely not. And she's like, I will not do that. And I'm like, but it's she's like, nope, not doing it. And I was like, okay, like, we'll figure something out. Like, we'll have to, I don't know, tell them no, she doesn't want it, like, whatever, right? So we get there and we're waiting in line and we're, doing whatever. And we see that there's this little merch side. We're like, okay, what's
Two
that?
of our friends were there.
Two of our friends,
Shout
all about
out.
boys love, we love you.
It was so good to see you
It
guys
was so
in
good
person.
seeing you. So they were kind of like giving us the deets. They were downstairs, we were upstairs. So they were giving us the deets about everything that was going on. And so they had told us that you could like purchase all this stuff.
So I was sitting there on the stairs going, Sammy, I don't have to do the meet.
Yeah. So she was all happy that she didn't have to do the meet and greet. And we're like, okay, cool. And I was like, you know what? I don't know why I thought I had the confidence.
You forgot all Korean.
I forgot all Korean. It went out of my head. I was like, nope, gone. So I was like literally like Googling things to say. Like I was
While
like,
we were in the fan meeting.
I was like, okay, I'm gonna call myself Miguk Paboyo. I was like, dude, I had it just, it all left. And but I did end up, I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna buy the meet and greet. And you were like, it was really weird how they described it. So I thought we had 2 minutes with each of them. So that had me in an absolute tizzy because I was
go back
like,
through our stories.
yeah, if you go
there's
to
a video.
well, we don't have it. It's on the
I'll put
stories.
it in there.
Yeah,
I'll put it in the whatever you call it.
the highlights.
The highlights.
So I was like literally Googling. I had screenshot things that I wanted to say. I was like practicing them over and over again in my head.
Your Korean friend, you were asking her.
Oh yeah, I was texting my Korean friend. I'm like, how do I say this without sounding stupid and like whatever? And she's like, oh, I would say, like I was going all this right. So I'm like practicing in my head. I'm getting so anxious. But so we're in the fan meeting, and they're she doesn't understand much of any Korean. I understand a little. I'm there trying. Yeah, I'm trying to translate what I can understand to her, and she's just like, "Sam, just stop." I'm like, "Okay." So like we're just like sitting there, giggling and whatever with them.
I mean, when they started doing their poses and stuff, that's when I was like, oh.
Yeah. So like at one point they were like, "Okay, you can take pictures now and all this." So we're like taking all these pictures. We're taking the videos, which we'll put places, and then they were like, "Okay, we're gonna have a raffle."
You will never guess what's in this bag.
So, raffle goes on, and basically they ripped off our tickets. They had our seat numbers. Here I am with my phone open to the Korean number system, going, okay, when they call the numbers, okay. Our
And then
row.
wait.
Oh,
And
my
then,
battery's about to die.
before we do anything, I look at her and I go, it'd be hilarious for you to win something, Sam, and have to talk to them in person.
Yep. So they start reading off these numbers, and a lot of our row got called. Like
somehow.
at least 3 or 4 people on our row got
And let
called.
me just say, the only thing I wanted was Choi Jun's the perfume
the
ad.
perfume picture.
They had a picture of him autographed.
Yeah. So I said, so I'm like watching this thing. I'm like listening to the numbers. They're calling all these numbers. They're down to the last 2 items, which are the biggest prizes. And all of a sudden, they read a number, and I can't read it fast enough, and I just kind of look over at her, and I see everybody in our row looking at her going, "You won! You won!" So she's like, "What?" And I'm like, "You won!" She gets up.
And the entire room.
Because
I was the American white girl who won.
All of them look at her, like even the 2 actors go, and like their faces were like, And so she walks up there.
And let me mind you, everybody else got their prize and left.
And walked away. Like they handed it, they said, "Kamsahamnida," they walked away. Her, they go up and they ask her a question. They asked her in Korean, "Do you speak Korean?"
And I said New York City, because I didn't know
She said
what
New York City. So everybody started laughing, and I was too in shock to scream to her, "They asked if you speak Korean!"
And then the guy goes, "No, where are you from?" And he's like, "I guess not." And he's
so she's like, "Where are you from?" New York City.
He's like, "Oh, New York." And then he goes, "Never mind."
Okay,
He goes
and
down.
then walks away. But Lindsay, would you like to show them what you won?
Okay, so in the the beginning of the fan meet, they had certain outfits on, and then they changed. So, all right. Battery died. We're back.
Of course the battery died as the big reveal was about to happen. So anyway, Lindsay, would you like to show them what you won?
Okay, so again, they did an outfit change. So the 2 biggest prizes of the day were the shirts that they wore in the beginning of the fan meet. And, oh my god, what is Choi Jun's name?
Hyun.
Oh my god.
Oh god.
We're gonna cut this part out.
I think I want to say it's Hyun Woo, but I don't think that's right.
My brain is totally like farting right now. I'm having brain farts. Because he's my favorite actor in that show. What the hell is...
H-Y-N.
Hyun Woo?
Yeah, Hyun Woo. Hyun Woo.
Hyun
Woo.
Hyun Woo. Hyun Woo?
Hyun Woo. Yeah.
Hyun Woo.
Hyun Woo.
Okay, anyway, so my favorite actor is Hyun Woo, and I won his shirt.
And like, you think it's just a shirt. You think it's just a white shirt. She's like, we were like, how is anybody gonna believe us that this is his shirt?
So I was looking at it, because at first, because we got autographs with them. We did pay for the autograph session with them. And I was like, Sammy's like, "You should get it autographed." And I'm like, I think that would ruin the shirt. So we were like, how would people know that it's actually their shirt? Well, they decided to do that for me. And it is embroidered with Choi Jun, his character name. So, yeah.
So she won his shirt.
This is broad. He is very broad.
So she reverse manifested.
This is a very well-tailored shirt. As a photo stylist, let me tell you. I have to go home now, and I have to put it in
a box.
A
shadow box.
And my husband's gonna be like, "Who is this weird man's shirt hanging in your sewing room?" So yeah, so it's gonna be with this like popping out, and I might actually have it because we did get the autographs.
We did get their autographs.
Their autographs.
Oh.
So let me tell you the mortifying ordeal of being seen. Especially, I did reverse manifest myself. It was horrifying.
Mm-hmm.
And then we did the high touch event, and they were like, "Thank you, thank you." And then, when we did the autograph, I'm like, "Kamsahamnida," and they both went. Because when I was up there, my brain wasn't recollecting anything, and again, my Korean is very basic, and it's not very good at when I'm conversation. I don't have a ear for language, so yeah.
So she won his shirt.
And then I came back and sat down, and she's fucking laughing.
Okay.
She's literally, I think she's in shock and laughing.
It was a shock laugh, and I wasn't laughing at her. I was laughing at the fact that she had just won this insane prize. Like, it was just like, what the hell is happening?
I was like, shut up, Sammy.
Yeah.
I was bright red, too.
Yeah. So it was just kind of that aspect of it. And
the
then,
fact that I had been like, Sammy, you're gonna win. Like, what would you do? And
No, she was like, you're gonna, when you meet them and blah, 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 blah.
I reverse Onu'd myself, guys.
Mm-hmm.
I guess that's how you get things to work in your favor. Reverse Uno
Yep.
it. I was like, I don't want this. I don't want this. And the universe is like, you know what, bitch?
You're gonna
This is
get
gonna
it.
be your YN moment.
Yep.
Here you go.
Yep, she got that YN moment.
Because their eyes got big. And especially when I said New York, they were like,
Yeah.
New York? You're
Yeah.
here from there?
Yeah.
But seeing them in person, you guys are super attractive.
Yeah. Yeah, they were
I
very...
was like, I feel so old.
That too. When I did the meet and greet, like the meet and greet afterward, it was very awkward. It was very weird. I'm glad.
Not like what they do.
It wasn't, it wasn't what I was expecting. Like, I was expecting, like I said, the 2 minutes with each of them, and I was very thankful it wasn't 2 minutes with each of them, but it was very awkward in the sense that it was 10 of us standing in front of them, and I literally couldn't look at them. So there was a girl stood next to me, and I just looked at her. I'm like, I can't look at them. If I look at them,
Shout
Ella.
out to Ella.
Hi,
Our UK friend that we made while we were at the fandom.
So I was like just staring at her. I was like, I can't look at them. I can't look at them. And anytime I turned and looked at them, like our eyes met. I was like, nope, do not stop. Just stop looking at them. Stop looking at them. And then like they were like trying to get people to ask questions, and then they looked at me and went, "Where are you from?" Or yeah, they asked me where I was from, and I was like, I was like, I don't know. I was like, just like this.
She forgot all Korean.
And then he was like,
practicing.
And then he was like, he asked in English, where are you from? And I was like, no, I understood. I was like, New York City. And he was like, oh, okay. And then Ella was like trying to answer where she was from, and this other girl like cut her off. I felt so bad. I hope she got her moment when she had the signing with them. But I did man up and ask a question. I did ask in English.
You were literally practicing it in Korean.
Well, I didn't know how to ask that, and I did not know how to ask that. No, I wanted to say I was a fan of F1 as well. So, the one actor is also a fan of F1, so I asked him who his favorite F1 driver was, and he picked Charles Leclerc, which was a good choice. So I told him that it was a good choice. But yeah, that was our fan meeting. That is our final thoughts of Jun and Jun. We do love it. I will rewatch it. I think rewatching it will have this like weird kind of
no connotation now.
Yeah, like because of seeing them live and everything like that.
Their fan meeting live was so good.
Was so fun. It was so cute. It was my first ever fan meeting.
Yeah. So thank you, Jun and Jun, for having us.
Yeah, thank you for
having one while we were in Korea.
Yes,
we manifested it.
For real. And if you guys haven't watched Jun and Jun, we highly suggest you do.
It. Let us know your
even
thoughts.
with the plot holes, we thought it was cute. We enjoyed it. Yeah. So that's our episode, and see ya from Korea. Bye.
Bye, everybody.